on, guys. We just keep getting them. We keep getting some good days, so it may hold out. Behind me, my grandfather was a welder, and so he made a lot of things that I have here in the yard. This was at one point his yard. And so those are dinosaurs behind me, and that's a totem pole. And let's see what else we can find. There's more stuff back here. He designed this gazebo. I'll have to just flip the camera around when I get a minute one day so that you guys can see all the stuff that he made. I'll do like a little tour around the house. Guys, and so many of you are suffering and are going through unnecessary pain and suffering and torment and torture and all that stuff. One of the things that I really do think about is how, these narcissists are going to turn out, okay? And how life is going to turn out for them and what's going to happen for them in their life being the way that they are and considering the way that they operate. Seem to think that, what you're seeing online and what you're being told through flying monkeys is the truth, and it's not. My grandfather, Sean, my grandfather made those, so I don't know if you guys can get a good look if I flip the camera around this way. Yeah, he's a welder, and when he retired, he made these dinosaurs, and I'll show you the totem pole over here. My father just painted all of this summer. So I hope you guys can see that well. It doesn't let you flip from my perspective here when you already got it one way. So at any rate, what I'm trying to say to you guys is that you got to understand that they're not headed anywhere good. And there is another life after this, guys. There is another life. And what you do on this earth matters. What happens with you and what you decide to do and the choices that you decide to make, it matters. And so they're not thinking about those things, are they? No. They're just thinking about the moment, living in the moment, figuring out what they can do just to get their way and get the things that they want in life. And that's a recipe for disaster, an absolute recipe for disaster. So I want to make sure that you guys are keeping that in mind as you think to yourselves, oh no, these people become so successful, or how come my narcissist is doing so much better? I'll show you real quick too. He also made this swing set here. He made the well lights at the end of the driveway and this gazebo right over here too. My Pepe was mad talented. He is a war veteran, and it's getting cold inside. So I really want you guys to understand that you guys think that, you're left in this pile of dirt after everything that has happened, and that you're the one that's down and out after the narcissist, and they're living life pretty and large or something like that. No, they're not, guys. Okay? No, they're not. They got to deal with the demons in their head on a daily basis. And you guys don't know what that's like because you don't have that going on. You don't have these evil voices in your head on a 24/7 basis. So it's not pretty for them, guys. It's not. Success, when I think of the word success and I think about successful people, I think about people that have really strong integrity and character and are beautiful souls. They don't seek to steal or do anything wrong. They are you know, they are looking to live a pure life. And these are people that want to uplift other people, want to be there for other people, want to help this world, not go around in this world thinking about only helping themselves. That's healthy, happy, good people. And you know, guys, we got one life here. We got only one chance. We got only one shot while we're here on planet Earth to get this whole thing right. And it does matter, because that's going to depict where we're going, I believe. I don't know about you, but I believe that. So one of the things that I hope you guys can consider this weekend is that you want to make right by your wrongs. You want to look at yourself through the eyes of God and see yourself as a child of God that deserves the very best. You deserve to surround yourself with like-minded people, and you're lucky if you even have one of those people in your life that you can call a friend, that you can call you know, someone that cares for you and you care for them. Narcissists don't care about people, guys. They don't care about people. The only thing that they go around and that they care about is status, money, getting their needs met, putting on, getting away with things, putting on a facade. Some of them actually do care. They're so malignant that they do care about hurting people. It gives them power, gives them a sense of power and control in their life, because they feel like they are out of control most of the time. And it's true, Patricia, ride or die friends are extremely rare. It's very true. Very, very true. You know, guys, do more reaching out to one another on here, okay? Exchange emails with each other if you happen to having a good conversation through these comments. For people that I have already worked with and done sessions with, and I've gotten to know myself very well, I am offering another service to those folks that I've worked with in trying to help them connect to others and meet others that I've worked with. I don't want to start any type of dating thing, because we're going to get narcs on here that are going to want to come on here and hurt some of my people on here. So this is only going to be for people that I have gotten to know and that I've been working with, that I think should connect to certain people and talk to certain people and be in groups with certain people. It's helpful to, you know, to have somebody that you trust navigate. Now, will I have people meet that it might not work out? Sure, but you know what? It's better than blindly going on these dating sites or these meetup sites and having no clue who the heck these people are. These people pretend to be anyone, you know. They're good at it. My cats are going crazy. This is a good time for them to go crazy. So don't forget, guys, that now I want to make mention too that a lot of you did what I did for many years. A lot of you did this whole I got to be a positive influence in the narc's life. If I just stick around and be good to them, a Oh, yes, I do. Bohemian, yes, I get narcs that contact me, that are on the channel. Not many. Most narcs are not going to pay to hear what I think of them. And narcs, it's interesting, will end up saying, they end up coming out with knowing that they're narcissistic, and they'll admit that. It's interesting, but then they're not going to do anything to fix it. That's the other interesting part about it. And yeah, and they're on here all the time. Are you kidding? They got nothing else better to do. But some of you are going around and you're thinking that you're going to save them, or you're going to be that constant in their life that's going to get them to finally stop being so, a lot of us, we did see the wounded little child inside of them, or this person that's lost, right? These people are wandering, lost souls, let's face it. And so a lot of you did what I did. You feel really bad for them, and you want to show them that you love them. And you figure, gosh, if I could just pour more love into them, this will all stop eventually. And thank you, Antoinette. Thank you for your kind words. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying this conversation. But what happens with these people, and it took me a long time to figure this out, is that in the midst of all that, you trying to save somebody else and help somebody else and love and pour that love into somebody else, you end up losing yourself. You've now become the lost soul. You've become the person that needs the help. You put everything into this with someone, and you got left with being a shell of a human being. So that's why I talk about that you gotta turn things around for you, and you gotta put yourself first. For once, some of you, for once in your entire life, it's time to do it. It's time, because these people will get you to abandon your true self. That's the scariest thing, guys. Narcissism affects people. It affects a lot of people. So if we don't get the education and awareness out there about them and what they do to people, the people coming into their paths are going to be right along the lines of this destruction. You're right in it. And you got to protect yourselves and your hearts and your souls. And God really does bless you when you start sticking. The Lord really does bless you when you start sticking up for yourself. He sees that, and he blesses you, and he says, it's about time. You're one of my children, and it's about time you treat yourself like that. And he blesses you. You watch your life blossom when you stop tolerating narcissistic abuse. That is something I can sit here and honestly, from every fiber of my being, tell you is the truth. But you got to do it. A lot of you are addicted. This is an addiction. They get you in this kind of warped black hole of a spell. And it is a spell that you have going on. Some of you tell me in sessions it makes no sense why I'm obsessed with this person. It absolutely makes no sense to me whatsoever. And yeah, I know. Because this is much greater than you realize. You got to get good with God. You got to do a prayer and a fast to get this off of you. You got to get delivered. 81-year-old demon granny. That sounds like that could be a really interesting horror movie. Yeah, and you know what, Kay? That's exactly it. You guys aren't going to meet anybody decent when you have people like this in your life. You won't. These people block out you getting a chance to meet other good people because there is energy fields. This is true. There's energy that comes along when they're in your life and that leaves when they're out of your life. And you want to attract likeness, right? When you're living amongst dark creatures and darkness and evil and, dwelling in the shadows type of atmosphere, doing things like drinking to excess and all that stuff that comes with being around these people. And God, I know I lived that life, you're not going to attract good people into your life at that point because you're right in the darkness with them, and you got to climb out. You got to get yourself out. So guys, it's a formula for absolute disaster. It's a formula for nothing. They might appear successful with, who knows? They could be putting up online God knows what. But I'm going to tell you right now, if you are flying the wall inside of their house and listening to what's really going on behind those four walls, you're not missing out on anything, guys. Okay, you didn't just let the love of your life go, okay? Or you didn't just say no more to a family member or whatever. You're not missing out, guys. You're not missing out on anything. But getting abused on every kind of level there is. So you got to get yourself out of that equation completely. You got to get yourself out of that equation and get yourself into a position of power and not a position of weakness. It's so true that you're not going to make good decisions when you're in a place of weakness. You got to get these people away from you. You can't be looking at what they have to say anymore via texts, emails, phone calls, conversations. It's all got to get out of there. Because the minute they're in your vicinity again, you're back under the spell, listening, trying to believe them, trying to make sense of them, and you're right back where you started. I don't care. You could go for years not talking to these people, years, and make all this progress. And if you let them back in again, you might as well throw all those years of progress right down the tubes, right down the crapshoot. I work with people, guys, that made these very, very bad mistakes. And have to try to somehow navigate their way back out of the darkness again. And I don't want to see that be any of you. You guys have gone through enough hurt. This is the time in our lives, guys, to turn everything around. Some of you right now, you're going to be stuck indoors much more because of this COVID-19 baloney and work situations and things of that nature. Now's the time to do that inner work. Now's the time to contact me for coaching. Get some coaching done. Talk to someone who's been there. Start a group with me and other survivors. Join the prayer and fast starting December 1st. Get this stuff off of you for good. Be determined that enough is enough. Aren't you sick of living like this? Aren't you sick and tired of living like this? It's time to say no more. It's time, guys. This is the time right now. Don't wait any longer because it's not worth any more years and hours and minutes and seconds of your life, because we don't know what tomorrow brings, guys. Wouldn't you want to come out in a good place and not a bad place? Every single day, it sounds cliche, but every single day is another shot to get this thing right and to take advantage of a beautiful day God's given you. And every single day you allow a narcissist in your life is another single day that you're allowing the devil to detract from the day, to take away from that beautiful day that God gave you. So you got to put an end to it. It's time. Okay? That's my message to all of you tonight. I hope that you really think about this, and I hope to hear from some of you that I know have been thinking about getting coaching, and you just haven't made the jump. But this is the time, especially with the holidays coming up, guys. Don't go back to old patterns. Create new ones that I can teach you everything I know to start tomorrow. You could start tomorrow with a brand new life. You just have to make up your mind, make the determination that you're going to do it. That's my message to everyone. I'm Tracefaceit. It's time we all face the truth together.